Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today we're going to talk about the Discovery Plus app and more specifically the Magnolia network and why I personally feel like they copied YouTube. Let's get into it. So I want to real quick just talk about the Discovery Plus app itself. It is super intuitive, it is super nice. I like how when you're at your home main screen, all the actual networks are at the top. So if I'm just wanting to go to history, or if I'm just wanting to go to DIY, the Magnolia network, I can just click on those networks and I can scroll through those playlists. I really do like that because there is so much on, not to mention the amount of stuff that's on TLC that is just ridiculously binge worthy, right? The only downside, this might be the only downside, is that on iPhones currently with picture-in-picture, you can't actually scroll up and then that video just continue to play in the corner while I'm doing other things on my phone. I don't like that about it, but I'm usually trying to catch it on my TV anyways. If Discovery Plus sees this, hopefully they get that together. Other than that, I have no complaints whatsoever. I honestly think the Discovery Plus app could make you cancel your subscriptions to cable. The Magnolia network has their actual streaming channels, or their actual episodes just featuring Chip and Joanna, Fixer Upper, Welcome Home, and then there's a couple others in that list that just feature like Chip, and then some just feature Joanna, like Magnolia Table. But I'm not really here to talk about those. They actually have put into a light camera lens, as it were, of what it means to be a YouTuber, what it means to be a small entrepreneur, what it means to live your life and write your book of life on everything that you could try in this world and everything that you could accomplish. Clint Harper has one out that's called Restoration Road. One, we need more episodes. It's probably going to come out where there's more episodes, and I'm going to do a follow-up video on all the new episodes, and I'm only going to talk about a handful of ones that kind of stood out in my mind that were really great. As a content creator, I love the fact that he goes in the middle of nowhere to the road of nowhere, and he actually has projects and things like that people are doing and creating just beautiful pieces. That first episode on the train was just phenomenal. Download the Discovery Plus app, take a look at it. There was another one that really stuck out to me that just recently released. The titles on these things are just ridiculous. The simplicity in a title is kind of crazy. It's why I called my channel Dad Work, because this is me. I'm a dad doing work. Van Gogh is an actual TV show about a builder by the name of Brett Lewis. He needs more camera time. That guy's hilarious. He brings a new level of the chilled, relaxed environment that you should have at most jobs. He brings that to his company, and they do incredible work. The amount of work that he puts into those vans is beyond ridiculous. He built a whole kitchen, a whole kitchen for a food truck out of a van plus living quarters. Yeah, it's kind of funny because I was like, dang it, I was going to try to do that on YouTube. Was homework, dad work, and then if I would have, eventually passed 4 subscribers, maybe 5 or 6, I would have started homework, where it took a camera lens into my daily life and into some of the things that I do on a daily that I feel people might like. Well, I guess that's taken. Candace and Andy Meredith are if I'm saying any of these last names wrong, I'm totally sorry. I called them the Historic Restoration Brady Bunch family. I mean, I'm talking 3 kids over here, 3 kids over here, and then they go and make another kid. It's ridiculous. And for whatever freaking reason they chose to do this, probably love, but for whatever freaking reason they chose to do this, they chose to wake up every morning and do a military operation at full scale, and they're going to convert an old schoolhouse into their living home. Amazing. Speaking of dads and dad work, super dad. Love the actual show. Taylor Thomas, dad supporting dads. Hey man, he's done some cool things. He brings DIY to a whole new level. Kind of makes you question, when is DIY not DIY anymore, right? Like, when does it come down to where you're an actual expert? Because that guy built some ridiculous thing on his first episode. Go check it out. He built a whole A-frame little playhouse area, as well as a whole skate ramp for this group of kids. And and a beautiful family that he helped out. One last one that I gotta talk about, guys. This was another recent one that just premiered, and again, I think more episodes are coming, but in the works. Simplicity in the name. I'm just gonna call her Lindsay because her last name is beyond me. Sorry, I'm not even gonna attempt to say it. And I did a little bit of research on her because I was super interested in her story. Currently working and remodeling a set of cabins as well as a main cabin, which was the first episode. Super cool to see. I mean, quite honestly, that's the book you want to pick up off the shelf, right? She's currently writing her own autobiography on her life that would sell like hotcakes. She started a design and marketing company, and then she goes and risks her life savings on an inn just randomly in the middle of nowhere. Not in the middle of nowhere. It's a pretty famous place. I forget exactly where it's at. As far as those cabins go and as far as what it looked like before, yeah, it needed an update, and it needed an update Magnolia Network style. Stay tuned for more episodes on that one. So in conclusion, guys, I think that Chip and Joanna Gaines have brought, in essence, YouTube to the main screen. Because again, how many of those things do you see on the Discovery Channel or on DIY networks that are very similar to what they're producing on their channels? But the way that they see things and their camera lens is just beyond remarkable. They have a knack for bringing in the cuteness, the creativity, the mindset of what I believe a lot of YouTubers out there bring to their channels and their networks. That's what I just thought in my head. I was just like, wow, it's kind of like YouTube. I don't think that it's a bad thing that it seems like YouTube, because although they're similar, they're funded by a $1 million, billion-dollar company in Discovery, and they can fund all the cameras, they can fund all the directors, they can fund all the people, and they can find how to make everything work and produce everything and edit everything in a beautiful way that makes you want to eventually get to that standard, right? It makes you want to, and I think that's what all successful YouTubers have done. You know, because we all go through the same experiences in life, but what YouTube allows us to do, it allows us to put our camera lens onto the show and say, hey, this is how I see certain things in this world. Guys, without dragging this out any further, that was the conclusion to a new series I like to call Dad Thoughts. I don't know where I'm going to put that in on the video. Let's edit, let's talk, let's blah, blah, blah. Let's see what I got.